I'm Tajrina, and it's so nice to be here and see you guys. Looking to the youth, the future gives me so much hope. So I'm here to speak today as a human, as a woman, as a mother, as a Bangladeshi, an American as well. But most of all, as someone who deeply feels and believes that, you know, believes in the next generation's power to heal our bodies, our communities, and our planet, because it's all connected. Climate, health, wellness, justice, it's a web. In a world that feels constantly off balance, the world is anything but balance right now. Nature is what brings us together. It aligns us and it brings our center. I've not been able to keep up with yoga as much as I would have liked to. Shazia knows it, but I go and I often join on nature retreats, and it's one thing that really recharges me. Whether it's hiking in the mountains or, trekking in the Sundarban, in the oxygen, like rich mud, with other fellow nature lovers. It's actually in the nature that I realized that it is actually us. We are the ones who are in the front lines of climate change, pollution, and recovery, and we have to lead. We can't really wait for others to solve this problem for us. To tell you the truth, no one is going to do it for us but ourselves. So when we look at all of these problems, there are so many problems. It's endless. But it can, when we think of the problems, it can get overwhelming. But there are so many solutions. There are so many solutions in our hands. Don't underestimate the power of ideas. The ripple effect of one person starting something is real, and we're so many in numbers. We're very strong in numbers. So when we come together, we are unstoppable. We'll talk mangroves today. Mangroves are the oxygen centers, and Shadi already, we did that breathing exercise about mangroves. So mangroves are the lungs of this earth, and the Sundarban, it's the largest mangrove rainforest in the world. We are the lungs of the earth. And right now, the earth doesn't have a healthy lung. Dhaka is among the most polluted cities in the world. But it's not supposed to be. And it is reversible. We have to believe in it. There are ways. We also need stronger roots to hold the ground beneath us, to shield us from cyclones, from other disasters. We have to stay steady, but our roots right now, especially in the coastlines, are very vulnerable. There are ways to strengthen it. There are ways to plant, the right trees and build dams, and there are so many solutions, but we have to do them. We also have to believe that clean rivers are possible. Bangladesh is a riverine country. We're built in rivers, but our rivers are filthy. They're so polluted. So to clean the rivers, we have to start with ourselves. Let's ask, who's polluting them? Who's dumping the chemicals and the dyes into the waters? Which industries and at what cost? I'm part of an industry that pollutes. Being in the garment industry, I know this firsthand. The dyes that wash our denim and our clothes, they go directly to the rivers. But don't stop asking there. Go deeper and ask, who's really costing this? Which brands are driving this demand? And are these clothes even being worn here? They're being exported, but our rivers are the ones that are getting exploited. And it's happening for free because brands are not paying for the environmental damage. They're only paying the bare minimum wages, while the real cost is paid by our people, our water, and our future. You know, wellness is many things. It's our dignity, it's our access, it's our justice, and it's the ability to live without fear. You know, being able to, we were talking about wellness. If we live in fear, if we live without hope, we're not living well. We're not living well. So, living without fear of flood, of fire, of poisoned water. I launched the Mannan Foundation Climate Action Campaign to connect communities, to raise awareness, and to replant hope. You know, hope. Hope is that one thing, that one shift, you know, that spark, and that's in all of you. So we have to speak, we have to grow, we have to heal, because all of your voices matter. You don't need permission to lead. The youth of this generation does not need permission to lead. You're already doing it. In your art, in your activism, your ideas. You don't have to be a scientist to be an environmentalist anymore. You just have to care. You just have to care and you have to act. So from fighting for river pollution and speaking up for rivers, to building protective barriers against erosion, as we spoke about earlier, the river erosion that happens in the south of Bangladesh, by planting trees that strengthen our roots, that holds our soils, and protects from storms. Also by restoring mangroves in the Sundarban, growing the lungs that, you know, and making them healthy for the world. And also growing resilience through education. You know, education is very key. That can lead to policy changes and short-term and long-term impacts. So we're growing a movement. You know, little impact, just you and me from this room. The ample effect it can have when sharing, this is a movement. We will be able to make those changes. So on that note, I'm going to leave you with a lot of thoughts because, you know, these are a lot of thought-provoking questions here. I would ask you guys to join our campaign for the climate action. We can really grow something beautiful together, I believe so. So we launched our climate action campaign on Earth Day, which was yesterday. And truly, there couldn't have been a better day to speak here. To you wonderful minds. I feel like it was meant to be. Thanks to Shazia Poo for, you know, convincing me to speak here, actually. Let's face this climate crisis together, and let's face it, you know, head on and win it. No one's going to be doing it for us again. You know, we have the solutions, and we can do it and show it, you know, show the world. I will request you guys. I feel that all of you follow Instagram. So go on Instagram, go on Mannan Foundation. If anything I said today resonates, and if you have ideas and you wanna discuss, talk, and join, please go on Instagram, Mannan Foundation, and share your thoughts and connect with us. Thank you.